It's Thursday, October 9th, and this is the monthly content managers meeting. Thank you all for participating today. Next slide, Shireen. Here's our agenda for today. It's pretty much the same as it's been. We don't have any big announcements or anything today. Go ahead. Our first is our DX bug fixes and enhancements, and Lullabot has been doing a lot of things in the background that we don't really notice, but that will be, help in the long run. But the big one is that the steering committee had authorized the duplicate page title error fix. And that was when you saved a page and there was already a page or a piece of micro content that had the same title, you'd get a notification that there was a duplicate title. But when you try to save it, it wouldn't let you and you couldn't do anything from there. So now they have added over on the right hand side when you're in edit mode and you scroll down, you'll see the box under override validation that says allow duplicate title. And you can check that to allow duplicate titles, but we still suggest maybe you want to rename your page or rename your micro content to have unique names because it's easier for you and anyone else, any content managers in your agency to find the pages if they're very specific. And now
it's my turn.
Shireen has some demonstrations.
Okay, so the first demonstration. I want to show you how to work with tables. Whose mic isn't muted? Hold on, I'm gonna find them. Oh, they already muted. Gonna mute all. Back to what I was saying. Back to me. So they say the best practices is that with tables, you have to use it if it's like tabular, put data or information that's like tabular. Don't know what that means. Hopefully you guys know what that means. But let me show you how to make a table on the DX platform because it might be a little bit like confusing, but it's fine. And we also have a video on there too if you want to see how it's done if you forget. I mean, we'll have this recording on YouTube later, but hold on. I got to get out of screen share. Wrong. No, go back. Hold on. I'm smart. Give me a second. I'm going to copy the link address, go to here, paste it. It's thinking there's no table on this page. It's fine. I'm going to go to a different one. Hold on. Bear with me. Well, okay. Nope. Go here. And go here. Okay. Now I'm going to share this with you guys. Where's my screen? Okay. Share. Okay. Can you guys see that agency sandbox? Hold on. I can't see you guys.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. So here's how you do a table. I'm just going to, of course, my phone starts. Your sisters only want to contact you if they want something while you're in the middle of a meeting. Okay, so in the edit section of a basic page, here is a table. And I'm going to show you how to add a table, and then I'll show you how to edit said table. So I'm just going to copy this. Now I'm going to put a table here. Where's my table button? Hold on. I know it. I can find it. Don't.
Keep
right
going
here.
to the
Here's
right.
Your table. I already found it. I found it. Here we go. So the rows is the things that go horizontal. So you can always add more rows. And then the columns is the things that go like this. Vertical? Yeah, vertical. So, and then the caption thing, you have to have a caption or else Moncito yells at you. And then I believe it's also helpful for screen readers. So I'm just going to put a test one. This is my caption. Okay. And if you don't have a caption, it's going to say, you have to add a caption. So you got to do it. I'm going to click that. And if you're like, well, what if I don't want the caption to be seen? Then you can go hover over your table and you see this thing right here? Click this one. And then it hides the caption for you so that it's there in the back, but you don't have to worry about seeing it if you don't want it being seen by other people also. So yeah, that's how you make a table. And if you're like, well, what if I want to add more rows? You can just hover over this. See, you see it's right here. Let me just click out. You just click on your table, and then you could click on this, and this thing pops up, and then you go and you insert it. And if you're like, well, what if I don't want that row? You do the same thing. Click this, and then you can delete it. And same thing with columns right here. You can click this and add it left or right. Or if you're like, I don't want that, you can click this and add delete. So you can get to that toolbar when you click your table. And then if you're like, well, how do I put stuff in it? I have a very big table with a whole bunch of information. That's where the copy and paste comes in handy. So say you have a table in like Excel, you can copy all of that. Say it's like a bajillion layers. You can copy all of that, click your table thingy, and then hit paste. And see, it pasted inside of it for you. So you don't have to worry about like, doing all that other stuff. So yeah, I want to go back. That's my demo. But we have it available on the DX platform. Where's my thing? On the DX platform, a video of that linked right here. I'm going to give you guys 3 seconds if you have any questions. 3, 2. Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Next one. The next demo is how to log into Qualtrics so that you can view your dashboard. We do have documentation, again, linked in this slide. You guys should all have access to the slide. If you don't have access to the slide and you can't find the slide, we do have it linked on the DX training site in the Content Manager meeting events. But anyways, here's the page where you can figure out how to access Qualtrics. I'm going to copy the link right here. And I'll paste it here for you guys just in case. And then I'm going to actually go to the Qualtrics page. And to log into Qualtrics, I can't remember. Hold on. Let me go to actually that page. Hold on. I'm going to share this. Share. Here's that page that I just put in the link section. So, and I dropped you right down to the access Qualtrics. So if you only like a select few can access Qualtrics, which is like the agency managers. So if you're like, well, I don't have access to Qualtrics, I'm an agency manager, you can submit a service desk ticket and then the Qualtrics team can help get you access. So next thing, there's also, oh no, she also has videos of that too. Cool. But yeah, so if you don't have access to Qualtrics, that's how you can get access. And then once you do have access to Qualtrics, you can go to Qualtrics right here, iowa.gov. I don't know, engage.iowa.gov. I remember here. It's this. There you go. And that's how you can see the Qualtrics page. So any hoodle doodles, if you are an employee, you just do this one because we're employees. So just click this one. Click that button. What's the other button? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Just click that button. Hold on. My Okta always logs me out. Remember me. My face. It has to do with face recognition, so I smiled at it. Okay, anyway, so after I click that button, this pulls up. And so the next thing that you want to look at is the digital assist. No, it wasn't. It was Qualtrics. Cover your eyes. Don't look at this. So the next thing you want to click so that you can see your dashboard is Qualtrics. And then from there, you go to the 3 lines right here, and you go to project. And then from the project, you can go right here. Mine is the Iowa Online, so because it's just specific Iowa stuff. I have another one because I can see everyone's. That was the wrong one. Cover your eyes. Cover down. Okay, this is the right one. The Iowa Digital Experience Analytics Dashboard. And then that's how you can find yours. Still wrong one, but it's going to look like this. So that's my demonstration. There is better demonstration on the documentation within that link that Jessica and Noam made. That's way better, but that's how you do the thing. Um, just to repeat what I say every single time, we do have training resources. If you guys have new people that are coming on your team that don't know how to use Drupal, there are, you can, of course, we still have the weekly training classes, so it just goes over just the basics. You guys already know everything, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're like, there's a new hire and you want them to know the best practices and whatnot, we have 3 courses, and we have those recorded if you just want to just like, not have to do it on a specific time, you just want to do it yourself. We have recordings, so you can just go through those as well. We also have our accessibility training hours that is also linked on the DX training site. You can find it by selecting those links here, as well as past manager meetings. Click that one in this slide so that you can get to the past one, so that you can see the previous recordings and all that information. And then this one is the link to our YouTube channel that also has all of our how-to videos underneath the digital features. It has all the MSFW training videos, content manager meetings. We have playlists for all of that, so you can just, go to our YouTube channel as well. Like and subscribe. Okay, your turn. I don't know who does this part.
I will.
Okay.
With just a little content gardening update, the IUC and VA are ongoing. Well, they'll be starting October 13th. I don't even know what day it is. The workforce development and DOE begin in November, and then the orphan files removal is ongoing. I'm sure a lot of you have gotten emails from Matt and from Laura about that. I just wanted to bring up the core strategy statements that anyone in content gardening is asked to try along with Lullabot, is asked to develop a core strategy statement, which is kind of like your mission statement if you were a business. But this is a core strategy statement for your website. And what it helps to do, and you could click that link and go read the first 6 that are out there. But what it helps you do is define what your website is going to do and what its purpose is. It really helps when someone or you have an idea or someone in your team has an idea. Should we put this on the website? You can go look at that core strategy statement and say, yes, that fits very well, or no, it really doesn't fit with what we want to do. And that helps anybody from being a bad guy saying, no, we're not going to put that on the website. You just make sure it fits in with your core strategy statement. And housekeeping and reminders, just a few of those. Training opportunities in October. We have Shreen's DX 1, 2, and 3 training courses if you need a review. MSF&W's training this month is about accessible images and alt text and proper alt text. And then there's all the weekly office hours, the application, Todd's application accessibility and bulk document remediation, MSF&W's weekly office hours, the content manager office hours, and there will be announced very soon some new Qualtrics open office hours. And don't forget to submit your tickets for any help that you may need through support.iowa.gov. It helps us track your requests and you track your requests, and it also adds to the knowledge base if that issue comes up again in the future. And we appreciate that you do that. And now, Todd.
Good morning. So I'm going to assume, since your cameras aren't on, I'm going to assume you're all sitting down. I'm not going to give you the 3 serene seconds. I'm just going to assume it.
Why not?
I'm just impatient.
Okay.
The drum roll is the first SOW was signed, approved, and is moving. I know this has been a long time coming. I really appreciate your patience. It's been amazing how much effort that took to get done, but it's done. It's signed, it's moving. So that's like 86 documents for, I think it was 4 different areas that they had submitted. I think it was June that you submitted them. I'm supposed to get the next 2 SOWs in draft form this week. I have not seen them yet, so I'll be beating on Alliance Door. That is another generic group of, I think, 3 or 4 agencies, and then IPERS, all the IPERS docs they've submitted. I do have 4 additional SOWs in draft, though. The other 2 are both DOT and HHS have submitted their first chunk of documents to be remediated. So a big shout out to DOT and HHS. That SOW is being drafted. Their documents will be being remediated as we speak. I do not have on here, but I am, I guess wrestling is a good term, with security and IT vendor management and getting the common look software approved for our environment. So I'm working with security on that. IT vendor management is going to do a solid for us there. I believe this common look will be the first, assuming it's approved by security, will be the first application on a catalog that once this is all done, you'll be able to go out and just click on the catalog. It'll get routed to your approver because there is a cost for the software. So you'll be able to hit the easy button and getting that software. This will be one of the first ones out in that new catalog. So I'm very excited to be working on that. So if your areas are thinking about common look software, please do keep in contact with me on that. We're working on that hard. If your area has got documents that you're going to want to be outsourced or remediated, the SOWs are now flowing. Please get them into me. As you're probably aware, April is the legislative's deadline to be done. So there are other states and areas that aren't as far along as we are. So Alliant will get a lot of documents between now and April to remediate. The sooner we can get them in, the faster we'll get them back. So yay us. On the Alliant application, the assessments that was waiting for the wording to get approved. So the SOW is still being drafted. I don't really expect a lot of issue because the first set of apps to be assessed do not require logins. So it should be a pretty easy process, very similar to the docs. We do have about 200 apps queued up behind those to get assessed. So if your area knows of applications that you control the look and feel for, we do need to get those assessed. What my project is doing is a high-level assessment. It is just to give you a red, yellow, green. This app is accessible or not very accessible, as well as an estimate of how much it will take to do a full-blown assessment, because full-blown assessments can cost anywhere between $6,000 and $50,000 per an app, depending on how extensive your app is. So getting that idea of how much the assessment costs is something any projects going forward that are working with applications should be taking into consideration. I won't repeat the weekly office hours. Suzanne did a great job at that, as well as the fact that the links are there for them on the DX training site. That was a lot. Any questions, comments, concerns? If not, then I'll just again reiterate on this slide, your agency doesn't just need to do one inventory. HHS is looking at least 3. DOT is probably going to do them by division, right? The design division is what I've got. That's all I've got. So, you do not have to wait. Please don't wait to get every document decided before you go. If you've got 100, 150, whatever you've got, let's get them moving. Go ahead. Next slide. Again, for the assessments, you can have more than one inventory. I've circulated inventories out there. If you think I'm missing any, if you have any questions, you have the open office hours, or just call me, email me, send me a carrier pigeon, whatever you got, reach out. Don't be shy. Go ahead. Last one, I think, is just the general, the SharePoint site. Sorry. Yes, the SharePoint site's out there. The URL is there. If you click on that and it gives you don't have access, just say, grant me access. Suzanne beats me about 50% of the time to approving that access. She's way faster than me, but one of us will grant your access pretty darn quick. So you should not have to wait long for that. As you can see by the colorful graphic there, there's a lot of links to other states, what they're doing. So if you've got questions, there's a lot of resources. And on top of all the resources that the DX team has made available, I have helped linked into a lot of different states, Minnesota, Texas, Colorado. All these states have lots of good ideas. So if you're stuck on how to do something and you're curious on your own, you can definitely go out there and look. There's a lot of links out on this SharePoint accessibility SharePoint site. All right, next. I believe, there we go. Last one for me. Any other questions, comments, concerns you want to bring up in front of the group? If you have the question, other people might as well. They're just too shy, so help them out. All right, Shireen, give them the 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Let's go have lunch, you guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks all. Thanks, Shireen.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.